Next Friday, March 1st, the checks will not be in the mail. The Treasury Department is about to activate its Go Direct plan, switching all Americans who receive federal benefits to electronic payments instead of paper checks. It's a big change, and seniors used to getting their checks in the mail are sure to have questions. So here with all the answers is CBS News contributor and analyst Mellody Hobson, and she joins us from Houston. It's great to see you, Mellody. Good morning.
Good morning.
So why is the government doing this, Mellody?
Well, there are three reasons, but the big one, of course, is money. They say over 10 years they'll save about $1 billion. $120 million in the first year alone. Now, the second reason, security. In 2011, 440,000 checks were lost or stolen. $70 million worth of money was fraudulently endorsed on those checks. So that's a bad thing. Lastly, convenience. Seniors won't have to go to the bank to make deposits. They won't have to go to check cashing places. They'll save money in that regard as well.
Mellody, I think one of the things that there are a lot of seniors out there who aren't particularly tech savvy. I think 45% don't even have computers, which is a surprising number, but it's true. How about them in this? I mean, a lot of people are more comfortable with a piece of paper, a check.
There's no question about it. And people are saying, I don't want this to happen. I thought the way the government writes about this on their website is really interesting. They say that if you don't make this elective to electronic payment, you will not be in compliance with the law. Now, there are some exceptions. One is if you were born before 1921, you will continue to receive a paper check. And you can apply for an exemption if you have some form of mental illness or you live in a very rural area, but they're only basically allowing about 20% of those exemptions.
Now, Mellody, there's a debit card for folks who don't have a bank account. And I wonder, how did the government land on this decision to do the debit card, and how did they choose the company behind it?
Okay, so the debit card, they decided it's like an ATM. It's something that most of us absolutely understand. It's super easy. It's called the Direct Express MasterCard. So they use MasterCard because MasterCard is accepted everywhere. So that's one of the reasons that they selected them. Very low fees. I checked. Very reasonable. Transferring money, things like that. 90 cents to take money out. Your first transfer or money being taken out is for free. So they tried to make this super simple in the way that we already understand. You receive the debit card, and then it automatically reloads every single month.
Mellody, there's 6 days left before this deadline. What do people need to do now?
Okay, so the first thing is you've got to make an elective. You've got to decide if you're going to do direct deposit into your bank account or go with the debit card. And if you go that way, either way, you need to go online and make that elective. And you're going to need some federal numbers that are on your check to put into the system to verify that it's you. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, tell your family members what you're doing, or if you have a loved one that you think is not that aware of what's going on, tell them, help them get this done. Thirdly, totally be aware of fraudsters. They're going to come out of the woodwork on this one. If you get any kind of inbound phone calls, inbound computer solicitations, do not respond. Do not give anyone your personal information because they're fishing for that information, and that will be very bad. And last but not least, after you've made the elective, double check it, make sure the money actually got deposited. I'd be very vigilant about it the first few months just to make sure there are no glitches.
All right, Mellody Hobson, thanks so much. Great advice.